Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel, and that is the R in the RK Stumblingbear, and I'm a reader and a writer. I am back to do the mid-year calm down tag. My last video was the freak out tag. This is now time to calm down. And the original creator for this one is Leandra from the TBR 0. And the questions here are going to be a little more reflective from what I remember from watching her do the video. Question number 1, thankfulness. What 2025 has given me so far. I would say that 2025, what it has given me so far is a lot of opportunities. Opportunities to new things, or to do things differently than I have in the past. And where that comes with my reading, I am having the opportunity through different challenges that I'm picking up. Like, I'm running my own readathon, the WIC Readathon. That is a fun new experience for me. But I've also joined some other readathons and reading challenges that I had not previously, just because I didn't have the time or attention to do so. And it's fun and getting to interact with more members of the bookish community. So that's why I would say that this year, opportunities is really what 2025 has given to me so far. Question number 2, relaxation. What is the most relaxing book I have read this year? And for that, I'm going to go with Role Playing by Kathy Yardley. This is a contemporary romance where I had heard many people talk about it last year. It was on many end of the year best lists. I had the opportunity to get it and pick it up, and it sounded interesting. The whole confusion of you join an online role-playing guild and you think the main guy, because he's in college, is a teenager, and then he thinks that she's an octogenarian because he got the phone number from his mom. That was hilarious. And I just love that the relationship that they had grew very organically. And then when they did have conflicts show up, it wasn't to a point of a third act breakup. It was more, I feel stronger now, more prepared, I'm going to deal with this, and we'll talk later kind of thing. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it was a relaxing read. Question number 3, hydration, a book that I needed. And I guess I should say I'm trying to go with books that I did not talk about in my mid-year freakout tag. And for this, I'm going to go with The Service Berry by Robin Wall Kimmerer. This is a very short audiobook. I think when I've seen the physical book, it's very short as well. It's a nonfiction, and the subtitle is Abundance and Reciprocity in the Natural World. Kimmerer really uses the service berry, which is also called the June berry, the Chad berry. It has a couple different names depending on the region, and how it has shaped an economy for the natural world, and how that is one of abundance. And she compares that with, what if we changed our concept of economy to one of abundance, rather one of scarcity. So if anyone has taken an economics class, you learn about the graph. One of the lines is like all the need in the world, and the other one is all the product in the world, kind of thing. So basically, as the idea of a lot of modern economics is you have to create a scarcity, create something that people want, and then a scarcity in order to make money. And Kimmerer basically is like, why not just do abundance, and let's give people what they need when we have it. It was something I needed. It's something to definitely think about, especially as I'm a sci-fi writer. Just a different concept of economy for a future story is a really good idea. Question number 4, Nourishment, a book that energized me. And for this one, I'm going to go with The Will of the Many by James Arlington. This was the first novel I finished in the beginning of this year. I had started it in December of 2024. And this was just a great novel to begin the year with. It helped make me very positive on future reads, and that I'm hoping to have more reads that I love this year than I did last year. Question number 5, Familiarity, an author I've returned to. And for this one, I'm going to go with The Exiled Fleet by J.S. Dews. J.S. Dews being the author I returned to because this is a sequel. This was a sequel that I was looking forward to. And then in the middle of the book, it did something that I don't typically like, but the author pulled it off to a way that I ended the book and I'm like, all right, I'm going to continue on. I'm going to go read the next one. Even though I really, really don't like what she did here. It's just a storytelling plot device that she used. But I was glad to get back to this world, and I enjoy reading J.S. Dews. Question number 6, Healthy Risk. Outside of my comfort zone read or a new to me author. And for that one, I'm going to go with Eat by Jessie Brown. This is a sci-fi horror. I'm not a horror person. In fact, like my husband, he'll be like, "Oh, I want to watch this movie." And as soon as he says it's a horror, I'm like, "And you're watching that one on your own." I've started slowly getting into reading sci-fi horror, but definitely where it leans more on sci-fi. And this one I felt had a sci-fi premise, but you're really dealing more with the horror. And it worked actually for me. So I really enjoyed that. 7, Reflection, changes in my reading taste. And I did mention this in the mid-year freakout tag, but I find that I am becoming interested in books with older protagonists. Yeah, it's fun to follow a young person on their first adventure in the world, experiencing romance, but so much of my reading has been that up to this year, that coming to meet older characters like Ophelia from Remnant Population and Marin from Whiskey and Warfare, I'm finding that I want more older characters. I know the other year I read Hammer and Crucible by Cameron Cooper. Forget the main character's name because it's been a bit, but also was an older character. I've known for a while that the young adult age category I have moved away from, which is interesting because I can kind of start reading middle grade now and I enjoy it, but young adult I have moved away from, and I'm starting to move away from new adult as well. I want my characters older, 30s, 40s, 50s, give me 60s, 70s, and 80s. I'm not as enamored with reading 20-year-olds anymore. Question number 8, Detox, a book or a reading habit that I am leaving behind. I don't remember if it was this year this started or just at the end of last year, but I've come to realize that I only like audiobooks when I'm listening to nonfiction. Unless it was something that was created specifically for an audiobook, fiction doesn't work for me. I'd much rather read the book, whether physically or ebook. I want to read it. I want to choose my own inflections for the characters' tones as they say words. Previously, I really didn't do any audiobooks at all. The change that I have made is to not do audiobooks at all, because I am now starting to do audiobooks. I guess that might be weird, but just for so long I was like, no, I don't like audiobooks, only in extreme measures. If I want to listen to something, or if I want to read something, can't get the physical, would I do the audiobook? But that has changed. Question number 9, positivity. Anticipated books or events. for that, I will have you look out for my 2025 new release priority update video that should be coming out later this month. For an event, I am going to be on Margaret Pinard's channel in March, Wednesday the 13th. She's doing a series called Agitation and having guests come on. We're going to be talking about some written work that has either led us to focus, like agitation, activism, whatnot. My selection is This Year Without Sunshine by Naomi Kritzer. And this is a novella that was nominated last year for the, I think, Nebulas and Hugos. And it really has changed how I view community. So come join us for that event. Join Margaret for all her interviews happening in August. She has some fun people coming on, and they're going to be talking about a variety of books and reading. So that is an event that I am looking forward to. And question number 10, looking ahead. Personal plans or goals. And reading wise, those haven't changed. I'm still working on the same ones I set in January. I'm doing really well with the WIC Readathon. I have a bingo, so I'm going to try to black out the board. And I feel like I'm reading pretty consistently with this challenge that I hopefully will have it done before the end of the year. And then I have some other just challenge reading lists that I want to get done. I'm enjoying buddy reading books with a group on Goodreads that I've been a member for a while, but I was more hit or miss, and this year I'm really trying to read the books, at least the main ones we decide. They pop on with more books for buddy reads, but I don't read that fast, and I like to still read other things that I'm interested in. Just continuing on, basically. If you have never done this tag, you're now tagged, because I think this is an interesting addition to the mid-year freakout tag. I think everyone should also do the mid-year calm down tag, just to have some more thoughtful questions that we can add and look at how our reading is going. Thank you, and have a great day.